Minasan konnichiwa, watashi no namae RPG des, Shining Force 3 e yokoso. I've swapped over to the Japanese version because there is a very, very small gameplay change between the Japanese version and both of the PAL releases. And because the translation patch is applied to the PAL versions rather than, which converts all their text, rather than onto the Japanese one and converting all of that, the only way you can do this is to temporarily swap over to the Japanese version. I've gone through all of the story that I can think of, so we're not going to actually miss out on anything at all, really. I think there might be like a couple of lines of text that we actually won't get to see, purely because of it being in Japanese. Unless you can read Japanese and you're watching this, in which case, fantastic. But before any actual story happens again, I'll be saving and swapping back to the to my translation one, so we won't actually miss any story in the long run. It's just going to be purely to make sure that we can tackle something I've been building up towards. Like I said in the Fluff episode briefly, we're ready to end the game now. We've got 3 battles in a row to deal with. If we retreat at any point, we're going to have to come back again, and that's going to be unfortunate, and do them all over again. Obviously you don't get any items back either, so I'm just going to skip through this text. Obviously you don't get any items back, so they stay used. Any items that are in your storage box will disappear after this. So a lot of the random junk that we've picked up is just going to go away now. All the valuable stuff that I've actually picked up, for whatever reason I decided to keep the wand and the rod with Blaze and Freeze. I'll probably never use them, but I've got them in case I need them for whatever reason. Right, we're going straight into battle here. We're going to go send half our guys off to go and absolutely murder these, and everyone else I'm going to go send down to the bottom. We're just going to split the flank in 2. I don't really want to send Elder in just yet, because she'll get shot and die. So let's keep her here. Irene can't move all the way yet. Noon also can't quite reach. He unfortunately hasn't learned Freeze 4 yet, only Freeze 3. But in the grand scheme of things, it shouldn't matter too much. Start getting everybody pushed over off the bridge. I'm a little bit disappointed they didn't come and rush me. I was ready to fight, but never mind. There's a Griffin over here as well. There aren't actually any new enemies on this map. The only new enemy that the only technically new enemy is the Giga Breaker, but we fought those in the Ancient Shrine, so we don't really need to look at those too much. Everything else is just Silver Knights, Bow Knights, and that one Sorcerer. Oh, and the Griffin. I mean, technically there's Algernon, but I don't think we can actually target him. For now, we're just going to focus on getting everybody off this little stupid ramp. And then we fold over into Battle 2. We've got actually, we've only got 8 characters. I thought we had 9. If we have a quick look at Scout of the Lay of the Land, we've got 2 Silver Knights there and this little battalion over here. Our end game here is to kill the Giga Breaker, and this ends both battles. There's no boss in the other map, so we're going to just push our guys up and go absolutely annihilate them. It's very easy to do this without bothering to train your secondary force at all. You can technically cheese it as well. I believe, I'm not sure if the rapier he starts with has it, but one of the rapiers you can make with Mithril. It's actually it might actually be the tier 3 Mithril rapier special. Basically, it can proc instant death, so it's actually sort of feasible to have Fynnding sneak up and then just one-shot the Giga Breaker, but there's no fun in that. We might as well make use of our support team. It's very easy to do this with just Fynnding and Murasame if you move him into the support team, and the one mercenary you get. I've taken the healer one, but the wizard one works just as well. Right, I think it is time to begin the murder. And I think I'll have Symbios hit the Giga Breaker, because that's probably the biggest, scariest thing here. Also, it's the only thing you'll get XP from, so there is that. If we can push him up to like 23, that would be very silly. I'm actually going to hold off on Masquerade for now, because I need her MP for something in a bit. Everyone else, I just kind of want to get up and murder this squad. If I can get rid of the Bow Knight, I'll start using Elder. What's his death charge? Hopefully this is a one-shot. I think that's a one-shot. Yep. I'm basing it on the fact that there's no number there. So, also worth noting, if you really, really want to grind even further than the Ancient Shrine, you can technically start this battle and just redo it over and over and over, because the enemies here are really high level, so they're worth a lot of XP. I don't really see the point, to be honest. The Ancient Shrine is good enough. I will say, actually, I was pretty impressed when I took the B team in there. That first room with the skeletons, they give you like 49 XP all the way up to level 8. So I did most of my level grind in there, then skipped the second one. Oh, these guys are rushing me. Let's not have that happen. We'll send some people down here to cut these off. Cyborg's going to get pretty buff by the end of this battle, probably. For reasons that will become apparent. The Griffin should fly in a bit. We'll send Albright this way just because I've kind of split my force in a really stupid manner. Well, Symbiosis is going to get shanked a bit now, actually, but he should be alright. Yeah, the extra points of defense have really made a big difference to his survivability, even without a defensive accessory. Right, Cybele shouldn't really... Yeah, Cybele's invincible, basically, at this point, for all intents and purposes. Especially with the halberd she's got where she regens HP. Right, this sucks, and I'm going to need to heal Symbiosis. Actually, not just yet, but he's blind. That's unfortunate. Should be another 1 damage unless it's specials. How much is this going to do? Also, there's like a bonus 9. She's blind as well. That sucks. I think really that's the... Oh dear. I didn't realise Elder was in range here. She should be okay though. Oh, okay. Well, I had literally nothing to worry about by the looks of things. We'll just get everybody involved in this mayhem then. 1 damage again, I'm hoping. Yeah, Cybele will be fine. That's the Giga Breaker. Hopefully Symbiosis counters him. Never mind. But he does only take 1 from him now. Can Ratchet shoot over the wall? No, because he hasn't got his meteor shot equipped. Can he shoot over the wall now? Yep. Cool. Let's get started. I don't know which special this is. Oh, that's Planet Dance. That's his new special for the meteor shot. Does a pretty reasonable amount of damage. Doesn't have any status element applied to it though. Is the only kind of minor downside. I need to be careful with Fynnding because he is actually weak to being lanced to death. Especially if he charges ahead of everybody else. If he dies, it doesn't end the battle because he's not a leader, but it will make life harder. Because he's really, really good at killing the Giga Breaker at the back. He and Murasame, that's basically their job. Horse is pretty much here just to Mongol all these knights. And then we've got... I suppose actually Justin will help out a bit as well. He doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but he's reasonably powerful. We can't quite get Frank in range just yet. For this guy. I think his name was Kana. Pen's... to be honest, I don't know why I'm moving Pen. I might just stop before he gets himself killed. Right, let's see if we can hit the Giga Breaker, because if we get a special out of him, that'd be sweet. This might be his new special. Yeah, it is. This is a special from the Justice Sword. It does a lot of damage. Given that's on a Giga Breaker, which is a really big tanky enemy. And I think that means he's not blind anymore. Let's have Masker in. Slap this guy with your wand. She does a pretty reasonable amount of damage with it, considering. I was sort of hoping we get a special, but never mind. Let's have Elder kill this guy for daring to shoot her. Actually, this will heal her back up as well. That's quite handy. Some characters are going to get really buff out of this battle, which is going to be both a blessing and a curse, but we'll see more on that later. What I really need is a clear shot to get to that sorcerer. Dantos is 17. I'm assuming that was 1 attack and 2 defense. Let's have Irene throw a heal 3 out. I suppose one thing to note about heal 4 that I didn't touch on just yet is, although it's a full heal and it costs 20 MP, it's got a range of 1, just like heal 1. So you've got to stand directly next to the target you're going to heal. So it's handy, but not entirely practical. We might as well use your throwing star, I suppose. I don't think you can do 27 damage with it, but we'll find out. With a special you might have done. To be fair, actually, 17 was a lot more than I expected him to do. Oh, we can reach the sorcerer from here. I think, yeah, that's the sorcerer. Please do a special and one-shot it. Never mind. Oh, you missed anyway. Damn, Haywood, you let me down. Let's get Grace to smack this guy. Oh, I'm assuming that's the Apocalypse special. I've not seen that one before. That was kind of neat. To be fair, actually, that did a lot of damage. Right, Cyborg, you are unfortunately probably going to miss this. But it'd be sweet if you use a special. Ah, never mind. Hopefully that doesn't take too long to wear off. Oh, she regen 2 health, but didn't see through the illusion yet. This guy's gone for the controversial smack him with the stick strategy. I might send Elder to go deal with that. Right, upright. You should utterly flatten this Silver Knight. Like, even... okay, well, it's dead now, definitely. I think even without a special, he would absolutely melt those. Actually, probably not quite, but it'd be close. Alright, as long as they just chip away with that and only do 2 damage around, that's fine. She breaks even on health. Oh, that's a shame. I should probably send Irene down here just to give a little bit of healing support. I thought he was gonna. I thought he'd go for Irene, to be honest, but never mind. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't actually matter. Not Irene, Grace. Please get countered and die. Oh. Actually, to be fair, he's got like 49 health. I don't think, as powerful as Symbios is, I don't think he quite does that much damage yet. Right, this could be problematic because Noon's squishy. He's probably my squishiest character. Yeah. I'll send Irene over to give him a hand. Well, at least Ratchet can reach the sorcerer. And we got 2 specials in a row. Not sure what this one does. Nothing, it seems. Just damage. Right then, back onto the B team. I am a little bit worried, to be honest, that Fynnding might die. If he does, it's going to suck. That's with a good mithril weapon as well, for clarity. I think I might have made an error. Actually, if we do this and split them up, maybe Mirasame dies instead? Who knows? Hopefully neither of them die, to be brutally honest. Oh, he's level 10 now. I mean, that's neat, I guess. Oh, actually, I have put defensive accessories on them both. We'll see how much damage they take. He's going to just live. Oh, okay. Well, he's definitely going to live now. Frank, do your sacred duty and murder this Silver Knight. Frank's probably my hardest hitter in this squad. He's probably going to end it at the highest level as well. I did compare him to, I don't know what item you're getting, but I don't want the antidote herb. I did compare him to Xylo and Geralt from Shining Force 1 and 2, and I did say that he was weaker, but to be honest, he's turned out pretty good here. Like, I don't think he would have been a replacement for Obright, even so, but he's up there as useful. He probably does more damage than Hagane does. Let's kill the Giga Breaker. In theory, anyway. Okay, so you do 49 with a basic to it. Probably going to level you up. Oh, not quite. Probably for the best. Masquerade. Hit this guy. But if you do a special, you might actually kill it, and that'd be pretty amusing. Still getting decent XP from it, though. I want to make sure that Sorcerer doesn't get another spell cast off, so we'll just have Elder kill it. And with this sorted, we can now send our guys over to the other side. Well, that guy was quite low level comparatively to the rest of the enemies here. I don't know what you're dropping, but whatever it is, I don't need it. Move Noon over here. I'm going to leave that for somebody else to kill. Irene can heal Noon, which I don't think he needs it, because it'll take quite a while for people to chip him down, but I'd rather just play it safe. We got a lot hinging on this battle. Anybody that we lose, obviously is disastrous, but especially because they won't get revived as we go into the third battle. So let's put the actual katana back on, and yeah, we'll try and take down the bow knight out of the way. This is Hagane's third special. It's called Fine Mist. No idea what it does. Nothing, just damage, it seems. Actually, yeah, we'll let Haywood kill this. I like him to get nice and strong. That was Sleep Arrow, not that we needed it. Do we get points in attack? We got point in everything. Sweet. The more points attack that we have from these cheeky level ups here, the better, to be honest. I am a little bit nervous about Cybele now, but... Oh, okay, well, she did actually hit at least, so that's a good start. Also, I suppose she's got enough health that it's fine. And she got a friendship rank up with Hagane. That's quite nice. I suppose seeing as he died and everyone stopped being friends with him, he's got some work to do on that front. I've forgotten about this Griffin. We'll have to deal with that now. Our Grace is squishy as well, actually. Although, I think that's because, if I remember rightly, I actually took... She did used to have a really tanky defensive accessory, and I swapped it out for that pin that only the female characters can wear. So I can one-shot those, even without his specials, so that's going to come in really handy. Although I do have a more important job for him soon. I really need all this blind to wear off, to be honest. I mean, it hasn't slowed me down at all this turn, but it will. Why are you hitting Hagane? Well, I mean, I guess you did do a lot of damage to him. That's probably why. These guys have gone for the tried and true tested strategy of kill your healer, I guess. Top those back up in a minute. We'll get Ratchet to actually come and join the fray now. Right, Fynnding. I kind of want you to get healed. However, I also would like this guy to be dead before. Well, we get a special out of him. I don't know what it is. Oh, that's his instant kill special. Nice. And he regenerates a little bit of HP. let's get Khan now to give him a heal. Khan's got heal 3. Not that we'll probably need it, to be honest. I think this battle on the dam is going to be a lot easier than I expected. This just actually buffing everybody up like a good 10 levels is basically trivialised it with the small amount of enemies and the fact that they all trickle towards you. Well, we'll keep being careful for now, though. We don't want to get too overconfident. The pack on the other side of the bridge we have to engage all in one go as well, so that just complicates matters ever so slightly. Well, this knight has made a grave mistake. I wonder if Frank could basically solo this, actually. To be fair, if he had a better weapon, probably. For the mithril weapons I got for these guys, I didn't bother to do any saving and reloading. I just took the first one it gave me, for better or for worse. So I actually genuinely don't know if the weapons they've got are good or not. I didn't bother to do secondary weapons for people either, so I didn't bother to do a shuriken for what's his name, Murasame, and I didn't bother to do a hatchet for horse, that sort of stuff. Actually, hit the griffin. You actually get XP from griffins. You might as well ship it down so somebody else can kill it. Okay, I lied. You don't get XP from griffins anymore. You're too high level. Masquerade might, though, if she beats it over the head. Why is it weak to wands? I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't know what that special was, but it did 44 damage. That's pretty sweet. Whatever you dropped, I don't need it. So the griffin respawns. I do actually kind of want Noon to get XP. Oh, actually, this is perfect. I don't remember what level he learns freeze level 4, but it would come in really handy if he had it. If we can feed him like a couple of kills of these guys to try and make sure we get there. Like one more kill should do it. If we can engineer the situation. Yeah, let's give everybody a hand here getting rid of this Giga Breaker. Irene can throw a heal 2 on Hagane. Again, I don't really think he needs it just yet, but better to be safe than sorry. She should hit 16 pretty soon as well, actually. Especially if we give her a kill or 2. Right. I think we need to kill the Giga Breaker as our priority target for now. Or at least we use Rumbling Sea, or Umi Zato, whatever it's called. Rumbling Sea is the name of the katana. So Hagane is level 16 now. He gained 2 defense as well, so that makes him a little bit less susceptible to being killed by people. That's good. Oh, Grace needs to heal herself. Let's do that then. I will be saving most of her MP to use on Aura, but for now, we don't need to worry about that just yet. Oh, Grace is level 16. Still Aura level 2 though. She must be a really high level to learn like the really good levels of Aura. We'll have Cybele hit this guy as well, potentially. She's probably blind and won't, but... Oh no, nice hit. Not very much damage, but it's better than nothing. And she'll regen some HP and hopefully be unblinded. Hey, unblind. Right, Albright will probably miss this guy, unfortunately, this time. Oh no, he's going to hit it. He's extremely dead again. And hopefully he'll stop being blind this turn as well. Are you unblind, Albright? Nope, never mind. Still got that to worry about for now. At least he's pretty much impervious to most damage. Oh, actually, he's slightly more susceptible to being killed than I thought. Why are you swinging Hagane? I don't get it. You do less damage now. And you got countered. Nearly got Ratchet into the fray. Right, let's have Fynnding hit this guy again. Somebody else might actually get a kill this time. To be honest, I would kind of like Khan to kill it, but A, it doesn't really matter, and B, he's not got a ranged attack, so he can't. Even though it technically is low enough that we could use the treasure orb to kill it, but the treasure orb I need for something in a little while. I think Symbios has been carrying it since look over. Oh, actually, Justin can get a kill. You haven't done anything yet, Justin. Prove your worth. What special's this? That's double shot, your normal one. He did learn another special that I don't quite remember exactly what it looks like or what it does. And the special from his mithril crossbow is pretty sweet, actually. It like fires out a tornado, does a bunch of damage, and then the tornado crashes into them and does damage again. It's pretty cool. We might see it, we might not. Everyone else, I'm just going to stay put and wait for this guy to come towards me. Don't really want to fight 3 of these guys at once. Horst will push up a bit because I'd like it if you could beam them over the head. Ben can continue to exist. Right, here we go then. The main meat of this battle. There's been a bit of disturbance on the bridge. Titan's woken up. The main objective of this battle is just to survive with your main team. You can actually attack the Titan. If you do 1,000 damage to it, you break one of its arms. You do another 1,000 damage, you break another one of its arms. I'm pretty sure all passes have said there is... Oh no, it's the Titan. So I think I'll roughly translate that one. Ron has something similar to say as well. I think they're just worried about the Titan and that everyone's going to get smashed by it. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and break its arms. Because it's got 3 attacks that it uses in sequence. Oh, well, it blocked. That's a brilliant start to this. The first one I think is called Boomerang, and that damages everything in a line. We're going to get Masquerade over here as well. It damages everything in a line for a bit of damage. The second one's called Hammer. That damages everything in front of the Titan for a big chunk of damage, or a decent chunk of damage. And the last one is called... Well, in the actual translation, it's called X-Spark. Sometimes it's called Cross Laser. I'm not entirely sure. It does a really, really big AoE circle, like bigger than Spark 2. And it splits its damage out across... Can we kill this Giga Breaker? Probably. And it splits the damage across all the targets. It does a really stupid amount of damage. Like, it will actually straight up just kill people if it hits 2, maybe even 3. So you need to just have a load of people clustered together. If this level's new, this would be nice. Right, he's got freeze 4 now, so that helps. That's going to be relevant for helping chip down the Titan, because I want to break its arms as quickly as possible. After you break an arm, it actually just won't do an action on the turn where the arm's broken. So it just makes it easier to deal with and survive against. Again, we're not really going to be able to see any progress towards whether or not we're breaking its arm, though, because it's got so much HP that we're never going to see it. Hayward can stand here and help me attack. Although, actually, we're going to move him here, just so that we're clustered a bit better. All my range guys have got 3 range. Their job's going to be to stand here and chip away. As many people as possible are being contributing here. Agane technically does have 3 range, but I don't want to have everybody committed to hitting the Titan. Danterez I do, though. Ratchet's going to be one of the ones that I move away in a moment, and he's going to be replaced by Albright, I think. Irene, you can heal Hagane. No, regular heal, not that one. Just to make sure that he's in tip-top shape. Albright's not going to be able to reach the Titan this turn, but that's perfectly fine, because Ratchet's in the way anyway. And he's my slowest character, so we need to wait for him to move. Right, Cybele isn't going to move away. Her job basically is going to be to sit here and soak up damage from these. Irene's going to be doing a similar job as well. They're going to be on vanguard duty basically. Grace is going to sit here and heal pretty much. I've forgotten about the Griffin. At least I've got range characters out that can help deal with that. We might as well take a pot shot with the hatchet. Not optimistic, but you never know. Well, if we get a special, we definitely do. I think that might have been Fatal Strike. The Titan is very immune to instant death, I'm fairly certain. In fact, actually, I haven't had a look at his stats yet. We'll go check him out in a moment. I think, actually, I might pull Cybele back so that the enemies have got to come to me, rather than being able to spawn and rush her straight away. I'll do that next turn. These people hate noon. Right, Titan has got 70 attack, 56 defense, 18 agility, and 10 luck. So it's not got infinite luck, but it's not far away from it. The I will say actually it's slower than Ratchet, which is impressive, to be honest. But even Ratchet can sort of help out with the damage here. Depending on how little damage he does, I might transition. I do 17, it's not a lot. I might transition him to helping clear out the reinforcements. Right, this guy is hitting with Boomerang this time. This hits everything in a line for a not inconsiderable chunk of damage. I think this works like a spell. Yeah, it does. It works like a spell. Because otherwise my spellcasters will be taking loads of damage. And unluckily for us there, it's hit all of my guys and none of the enemy. Although to be fair, it's not like there's very many enemies for them to actually focus on. Alright, we're just going to inch forward, like one square. Most people are going to just stay put, actually. And we're going to wait for these guys to come to us. I think Marasame is the only one that can actually get hit here. He's a squishy baby, so we need to heal him back up after this. I don't think he can get reached by anything else. And just to make sure... Actually, I think Karna should get a heal off before the Bow Knight moves. We'll find out in a second. Okay, well, she's staying put. That's not a problem. So Karna comes with Antidote. Actually, no, that's Tornado. Heal 3, Aura 2. We might need to use Aura in a bit. Possibly. It's going to depend. Actually, when we come to fight those two sorcerers, we probably will need to use it then. Worth noting as well, although we've got complete control of him, he's a mercenary and not technically a character, so he doesn't gain XP. Same for the... well, this guy's dead. Same for the Mage Mercenary, the Knight Mercenary, and the Gladiator Mercenary. It's nice that Horse can basically one-shot these guys. That's the only reason he's here, really. I also considered putting Albright in this party, because he would have made absolute mincemeat of them all, but I think he's going to be better suited over in the main squad. So the end of supply of reinforcements, I'm just going to keep swinging. We're going to have Symbiote swing away and hopefully not get blocked this time. Nope, definitely not blocked this time. How much damage does this throw out? 56. We're probably not going to get bigger hits than that, really, outside of spellcasts. This guy's got a lot of health and it's going to take a while to wear him down. Masquerin, realistically, should probably be using Blaze 1, just for the mana efficiency. It does probably more damage over the 4 spellcasts than Blaze 4 does, but for now, I'm just interested in breaking off those arms as fast as possible. Elder can swing away as well. We're going to get hit by Hammer next, I think. Noon, I want you over here. And we're actually going to get you to cast Freeze Fall before we cast Freeze Fall, because it's going to just absolutely chunk your mana. we need to put the sleep wand on, because it doesn't really matter that your defense is low. It's literally irrelevant versus this thing. Freeze 4 does a lot of damage, and it's got the super cast range. So we can really have Noon lend a big hand here. 41. It's a bit weaker than Mascarin's Blaze 4, unfortunately, actually, but I think it might be Mascarin's Wand boosting that up. I'm going to have Irene go here. No, I'm not. Right. Going to have Grace. Irene heal Grace. And then I'll get Grace to use Aura to heal herself up and those other guys that all just got smashed. Cybele can pull back a little bit. Yeah, Hagane can kill this. Then we'll have Cybele can pull back, probably heal herself with a healing drop just to be on the safe side. And then Grace can do a big AoE heal. Hayward, stay where you are and shoot this guy. It's going to take us a little while to break the first arm, but once we do that, everything gets so much easier. I suppose we have got to worry about the Griffin coming in as well. I don't quite know where it is yet. Oh, so it's a ways away just yet. Nothing to worry about for now. So one thing I haven't really mentioned yet is the Titan is... it's probably been self-evident from the way I've structured everybody. The Titan's like the Golem in that it's got a 9x9 hitbox. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have... Oh, never mind. I realised what I've done in that Irene doesn't actually get healed from this. Is Albright taking damage? Yeah. Huh. Let's just be a bit wasteful. Because the Light of Hope that Elder's carrying, we're going to use that in this battle. We're not going to carry over the infinite MP restore, because this lets us blow all the mana from our mages, burning the Titan down as fast as possible. Burn all of our healing mana, just topping ourselves up while we're bearing the brunt of its worst attacks. And then just carry on. And then after that, we've got a couple of Goddess Tears strewn about. Just to top Grace and Irene up if they need it. Oh, you are so much more dead than I thought. Please have a healing drop. Let's park you here. We've got Goddess Tears strewn about just to top mana up on characters that need it. And we've got those 2 healing rains as well. One of which that will probably blow in this battle. Oh, so Cybele's not blind again. That's nice. For some reason, the AI really want to kill her. Despite the fact that she's probably got the best defense out of the entire party. She constantly regens HP. She's got sizable health. And there are targets that were in range of that knight that would have been able to actually take a really significant chunk of damage from it. But never mind, I'm not going to question. Oh, you still got your hatchet out. Should have swapped. Well, at least you did damage, I suppose. Ratchet can shoot this guy. Don't know which move this is. Oh, that's Explode. That's the tier 3 longbow special that Ratchet learns. We're probably never going to see his anchors again, unfortunately. It's not that they're useless. It's just that he's just gotten so good with the what you call them. So good with the longbows that there's no point. This seems to be hitting everybody for exactly half their health. And it also missed the people directly in front of him. Odd. Let's push these guys up again slowly. See if we can draw out the Silver Knight and the Bow Knight. Oh, I forgot Murasame going to just heal himself up over time as well. So that tiny bit of health that he's missing will just get topped up slowly. I'm really not sure why I'm moving pen, but we are. Right. I should consider having Hagane run around and cast attack on people at this point. Specifically, Symbios, Albright, Danteres, because they hit the absolute hardest. probably done a good 200, maybe 300 to it so far. So we're making pretty nice progress on breaking that first arm. It's probably going to get to cast Boomerang again before we get rid of it, but this is going down a lot faster than normal. I think my party, like I'm sure I've said this before, but the party I've got at the minute is so much stronger than the last time I ran through this. It's genuinely ridiculous. Noon's not almost out of mana already, but this is because his spell is more expensive than Mascarin's. It doesn't do as much damage, unfortunately, but it'll do. And he's got way less mana. Right. Irene. Was anyone injured? I don't really think, to be honest, that I need to bother doing this, but we will to be on the safe side. It'd be nice to have everybody topped up. Oh, Irene's level 16 now as well. I don't think she has any more spells to learn. She might learn Tornado 4 actually, I'm not entirely sure. If she does, I'll probably try and put her in a gap where she can hit the Titan just for the one bit of damage. You know what I've not done actually? I haven't bothered to get Symbios to spark it and blow his mana yet, because he's got Spark 4 now. I think I'll do that as my next action. Right, let's get Hagane to cast attack on Danteres. Then next turn, he'll cast it on Symbios. The only reason I'm not casting on Symbios now is because I'm not going to get him to use a melee, so there's no point. I suppose as well, once Hagane runs out of mana, I can get him to use his attack ring. And he's actually got 2 attack rings. I got out of the small mithril that I got from the Ancient Shrine, the hall thing. I ended up using some of that on... I used it to make one more accessory, made an attack ring, gave it to Hagane so he can use attack up twice. So Spell Virus, to see how hard that hits. 46, that's pretty reasonable. We really must be averaging like 200 damage around, if not more, to this thing. Right, we'll just use Aura to heal these 3, because for some reason they're the only people that actually got hit. Probably going to need to use Aura too after this one. Well, actually, it depends. I'm not sure if Hammer always does half your health, or if it's half your max or half your current. We'll do some testing and we'll find out as we go. Right, Cyborg can stay put and hit this guy again. Probably going to take him out. Yep, he's dead. This is going to be her job. She, Irene, and to a lesser extent Hagane are basically just going to sit here and just murder all the reinforcements as they approach us. Alright, so this guy's come up now. Shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, I don't think she's going to take 40 from X-Spark, or Cross Laser, or whatever you want to call it. Right, oh right, I need to remember to put your big axe on this time. Right, there's your big boy axe, let's do this. Also, after I cast attack on Symbios, I'll have a look at and see exactly how high his attack goes. Because his attack is exactly 100, I think. Double check. Exactly 100. So, if I cast attack on him, and then swap back to the Justice Sword, which gives him that extra point of attack, we can see exactly what benefit it does to him. Although I don't know if it's based on base attack or total attack or what. I guess that's not really going to help too much. I guess Pen would probably be the best choice for this, because I don't think his beak does anything other than add like 1 attack. Right, so this is Cross Laser, X-Spark, whatever you want to call it. This is hitting a pretty wide variety of targets, so it shouldn't do a huge amount. 12. Well, I'm going to add this up as we go. 27. 42. 54. I'll take the Griffin as well. 69. 83. 94. Does a lot of damage. It probably does about 100 spread out. I probably will use... Actually, no, I won't use Aura 2 just yet. I think that'd be a bit wasteful. Just going to push these guys up, see if we can bait out the guys on the dam. That sorcerer is going to come charging over. Fortunately, we haven't got to deal with both mages at the back together. I think that griffin might also move as well. The one that's just sort of floating and hovering. Right. Khan shouldn't die. No. He's so tanky and I don't understand why. I might actually, maybe he's got a defensive accessory on him. That would explain a lot of it. Actually, I'm not going to bother having him do anything. That Silver Knight will be dead before he gets another turn. And I might as well get all the XP on the characters that actually matter. So that's Stun Bomb. That's the level 2 Mace special, I think. Actually, no, that was Power Crash. That's the one that affects slow, which is the defense and speed debuff. Stun Bomb is awesome. It affects Paralyze. Right, we need to put on the Phoenix Sword because, for whatever reason, this actually incurs a damage bonus to spells. We're then going to hit with Spark 4. This is the hardest hitting spell in the game. Single target. Discounted summons. How much is this going to hit him for? We're not going to see the damage obviously tick down, but 67. Conceivably, you on like an enemy that's, should we say, less or more susceptible to spells, you can definitely hit over 100 with that. I think Dantra still has the record though for biggest hit with his, it was either 112 or 121 on that poor skeleton. Symbios did come close though. One of the lizard men he hit for like 98 with, I think, Dazzle Edge. If I was to go back in there now, he'd break 100, I'm fairly certain. Right, we'll have Irene move back to here. In fact, actually, Irene, come and hit this griffin. It'd be nice if we could stop this getting a turn. Cybele should get a turn before it does. Yeah, let's just have everybody swing away for now. Oh, I think this is yeah, that's a special from the Zero Wing. I actually don't think we've seen that come up yet at all. That has a chance to proc instant death as well. Obviously, it's not going to do it on the Titan, but it'd be pretty funny if it did. Yeah, freeze for this guy. We really must be outputting like a solid couple of 100 damage around. Yep, there we go. That's one arm broken already. So we've done 1,000 damage over the 3 rounds it's been up. I mean, technically this is its 4th round. This is ridiculous. So now we're not going to get hit by Boomerang at the end of this turn. I'm going to have Hagane cast attack on our Bright. If I can actually target him. I might also get him to buff Elder, thinking about it. Or actually, I suppose Hayward's probably the better choice. I genuinely can't believe how quickly this thing's going down. Once we break both the arms off, we're basically home free while we wait for the guys on the dam to do their job. I think I'm sort of shooting myself in the foot here by not just blitzing the Griffin, but never mind. Hayward's going to heal himself, which is pretty sweet. Alright, Cybele, you can take this guy down. I don't think the Giga Breaker can reach us this turn. We'll find out in a sec. It's stopped being worth XP though, it seems, once you get to about 16, 17. Yeah, let's throw an Aura 2 in the mix. We can't quite heal everybody, but it doesn't matter. I don't think Masquerade got hit. And the guys on the front have got loads of HP, so we should be okay. And the only reason I'm healing Grace really is I'm a bit worried about how squishy she is. Oh, Grace and Ratchet are friends now, or allies, or comrades, or whatever it was. Actually, did these guys even get hit at all? Well, Danteres did. But he's got so much health that it doesn't matter. Alright, let's get to break in the second arm. I'm really pleased with how much damage this thing's taken. Normally this is an absolute slog. Oh, he can reach somebody. He's going to need a heal. Oh, Irene can get that covered. It is sort of tempting to just throw damage onto the reinforcements, but I think with the couple of characters that I've got dealing with them, we've got it under control. We should be okay. Right, Titan just doesn't do anything because we've broken its boomerang arm. Right, this should drop to Fynnding. He might level off this actually. Yeah, his level up's any good. Well, he got 1 in everything. I suppose because he's such a high level already. Khan, you can heal yourself. We will actually probably use Kana when we come to engage the Giga Breaker at the end. I'm not sure if we'll go for our patent-pended kill everything, no survivor strategy or not, but I'll have a think about it. This is probably a bit of a risky move, but we'll push up. I think that does a status element. I hope it does. Right, well he's confused, so hopefully he just doesn't do anything. Or he shoots himself. One or the other. Actually, he's probably just not going to get a turn. I thought that the Silver Knight was going to stay over there though with the Giga Breaker. I forgot. I thought the final party you had to fight was one of each enemy, discounting the. That was a pretty sweet level up, Frank. Discounting the Bow Knight. I don't know what you want me to pick up, but we've got 4 healing drops, so we might as well find out. What was it? A fairy powder. Okay. As long as we don't stack anybody together, so we don't get AoE'd, we're alright. More reinforcements, another Griffin. Put Symbios's great big Justice Sword back on. This turn we'll buff him to find out exactly how high his attack goes. I'm probably guessing like an extra 15 or 20. Either way, it's going to make a big difference. Based on Masculine's MP usage as well, I don't think she's going to run out of MP before we break its other arm. Either way, this should be the last time he gets to use Hammer. I wanted you to heal, didn't I, Irene? Yep. Then we'll get... Oh, actually... I want to buff Symbios, but... Oh, you can't actually reach anybody now, so... I guess go hit this guy. Actually, no, don't, because you'll put yourself right in the danger zone. Just chill out, Noon. Slowly regen. Actually, I should just use his ring. Never mind. I suppose now, regardless, it means that if I use it next turn, he gets to do freeze for 4 twice in a row before he needs to sit there and just regen MP for a while. Yeah, as much as I would like to buff Symbios, I think chipping this guy down is a bit more pressing. Ooh, I might status element him if we're lucky. Ha! Okay. He is no longer a threat. It's nice having all these sources, ridiculous sources of sleep. This supercharge, mega charge, supercharge. That was a pretty sizable amount of damage. I really hope I get a buffed up Dazzle Edge out of Symbios. Unfortunately, I don't think the Titan is able to sleep, but it'd be pretty funny if it was. Alright, we'll get Sidewall to start chipping this down. The Silver Knight and the Bow Knight should come and attack her. Not really a big problem. I want Grace on standby for now. We're almost to the point where we need to think about using the Light of Hope. But ideally I want to burn through Noon's next 3 turns and just get maximum mileage out of my mana. And given that it's going to use Hammer now, not really hit anybody. Oh, I thought I was getting hit with the special there, not that she was countering. Awesome. Then it's going to use X-Spark and do some damage and then waste a turn again. I think we should be okay to get away with that. I'm not sure if that meant that he woke up. Nope, he's still asleep. I should probably get Ratchet to help with the reinforcements, actually. Although then again, you know, every little bit of damage does help. Oh, so it does... Oh, okay. So Hammer only hits the people on the bridge. I will use Aura, though, now, I think. Just to be on the safe side. Let's put Fynnding there. Khan there. Okay, that's freeze 3, I think. So we won't push Fynnding forward. Oh, actually, they didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. The sorcerers are a lot weaker than I remember. Why can't you reach Justin? 1... Oh, I see. There's a gap of 4. Alright, this is a bit of a risky move. But... Actually, I don't know if the Silver Knight can reach him in 1 turn. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not sure the Silver Knight can reach him in 1 turn, but we'll find out. Nope. We'll put Frank here. Hopefully Frank gets it instead, because Frank can take a hit like an absolute beast. Let's see. Khan can get a heal off next turn before the Sorcerer. The Sorcerer's not getting it next turn. Which moves this? I think that's Stun Bomb. That's the one that paralyzes if they actually survive. Most things are not going to survive Horse Stun Bomb. Oh, Pen. Keep moving, Pen. Have I put the right sword back on you? Yep. Swing away. Oh, his damage is going to go through the roof. Right, Masculine's got 4 turns left of spells. Or we could use Tiamat and burn all of it away in one go. But I don't think we'll do that. Noon, you need to use accessory, which I think is this. Yep, must be. Please don't crack. I have no way to know if it cracked. I'm assuming that means it didn't crack. but genuinely don't know. Right, Irene, you need to go and smack this. Oh, actually, you probably killed this guy. That's a big help. Yep. Cyborg can hit the other guy behind. The Giga Breaker's still asleep, so I'm not worried about him. I'm assuming she just looted something from him, but I don't know. We're getting a lot of Elder specials out all in a row. This is quite nice. Hayward, shoot the Titan again. How much did that do? 32. I should probably maybe use Hayward's attack ring, but I don't know. Right, so if we're gonna go here, use attack on Symbios. He's nearly out of MP as well, actually, so we're getting pretty close to the point where using the Hope Light will be useful. Right, let's see what that's done to Symbios' attack stats. 115. Yeah, I figured it'd be about a 15. Or maybe it's a flat 15. I don't know. What's Dantra's on? 108. Yeah, it's a flat 15. Still, flat 15 attack is pretty nice. Especially when he now melees like a standard hit for 50. Oh, his attack's just gone back to normal. Okay. Have to buff him back up again. He's going to drop next turn to literally anybody. Cyborg's getting absolutely power leveled through the roof here. Grace, I want you to drop or a 1. Then I might have Irene give you a goddess here just to make sure you can get another aura out. Just in case for when it uses X-Spark. Which I think is this turn. Oh, I can swing away. He should have another turn of buffed attack before it goes back to normal. Yep. Right. I don't think Grace is in danger here, but I don't like it. Alright, I think that means the Giga Breaker woke up. Yep, it did. Right. Rather than have Ratchet pepper the Titan this turn, I'm going to have him just kill this out of the way. I might have Hayward lend a hand on the... oh, pretty nice level up. The extra point attack is going to come in handy. Lend a hand on the Giga Breaker next turn just to make sure that it dies. Right, let's see how much damage you all take this time. Nine. 18. 29. 38. Must be hitting a lot more targets this time. 49. 57. 67. 78. 86. Yeah, well, it hit more targets, but somehow did less damage. I don't know. Alright, Fynnding, I want you to chill. This Khan's going to heal you. Surprised that Griffin hasn't moved yet. Right. That was this Silver Knight's first and last mistake. That's going to hurt. Ooh. I keep forgetting that Murasame's a squishy baby. Well, he's going to be dropped in 2 more turns, or 2 more actions. I'm assuming that was Frank learning as another special. Right, that's that Silver Knight dropped. I think the rest of the enemies are now leashed. We'll find out next turn if any of them move. Right, this should do a pretty sizable chunk of damage this time. Please use Dazzle Edge. Oh, it's Mirage Dance, that's a good start. How much does that do? 72. So we're looking at probably like 80 plus if we manage to get a... what do you call it? Dazzle Edge to proc. There can't be many more turns left for this guy to have his second arm either. Keep the onslaught up. I should probably been keeping track, but that's entirely too much effort, I think, really. Right, if we get some specials out... Nah, we're going to have to get people to help with this. Oh, Cybele and Irene are now either level 3 friends or level 4 friends, I'm not sure. Let's get Elder to help as well, just to make absolutely sure. I don't quite know why Cross Slash is called XYZ, but... or XYZ even, but never mind. Hagane, you can help out as well. And then potentially we don't need anyone else to waste a turn hitting this thing. Yeah, there we go. He's just got a level 2 spell, which I'm assuming is Soul Steal. We'll have a look. Yep, Soul Steal 2. Useless spell. Well, I mean, that's the AoE version. I guess it's more economical. If your character's got really high luck, I suppose you could make use of it, but I'm not a fan of it. Ah, so that's the second arm gone. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this turn, and then I'm going to drop a save at the beginning of the next time I get back to the battle on the bridge. And I'll explain why I'm doing that in a moment. Dantros, there's no point in you actually hitting it this time. Let's get Cybele in here. I was going to get Grace to do like an AoE heal, but I forgot and didn't give her a Goddess Tear from Irene. Let's just hold. Maybe Ratchet's got one. I don't think he does. Oh, he does! I am a genius, giving it to the slowest character. Specifically for this situation. So, next turn she can actually drop out a heal. Right, the Titan I think was going to use Hammer, which it can't. Boomerang even. Let's put Fynnding here. Khan needs to drop a heal. Oh, I've just healed himself. Oh, that was stupid. Well, hopefully Murasame's got a healing drop. Oh, I'm an idiot. Actually, I think everyone probably got healing drops. Yeah. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it won't matter too much. Any of these things going to move? Nope, they're waiting until I engage. That's fine, that's exactly what I wanted to know. So, what I'm going to do... I'm going to drop a save here, because in the PAL versions, this is as far as you can get in this battle. In the Japanese one, though, you can use Khan's Elbazam Orb to break a barrier on the Titan, and then you can actually just keep damaging it and kill it. It's got a lot of HP, the things that I've read say that the Titan's got 6,000 health. But I don't know if that's 6,000 including the 2,000 you do to the arms, or not. So he's either got 4,000, he's got 6,000, I don't know. But either way, I'm going to split it into 2 videos, and then massively speed up the point where I'm just hitting this thing and passing turns on the dam. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.